Welcome to Little Hands Big Pasta.
We are two Italian sisters living in Italy, and we are going to continue our journey into kids-only pasta making.
So grown-ups, ciao. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Kids.
Let's continue. Now, this pasta shape that you are going to learn to make, and there she gets a little emotional.
I get emotional because this is my favorite pasta shape to make. I love making orecchiette. Orecchiette means little ears.
We're going to be using the semolina flour and water dough that has rested, and
all this equipment. All of this equipment.
Either a spatula or like one of those knives that do not cut, that are not sharp.
But the most important utensil that you will need is your hand.
Your fingers.
Your fingers.
Okay, so let's start with unwrapping this. And always keep in mind that since we're not going to be using it all at once, we're going to be cutting it into smaller shapes. You want to keep your plastic wrap.
Now, you will probably notice how beautifully soft it has become. Look at that. Look at that. You see how soft it has become? Va bene. Now let's put it to work. We're going to cut it in half.
Put this away. And you put it aside. And always remember to have a bowl with a little bit of semolina flour, this yellow coarse flour. You just put it here just in case.
Now we're going to start rolling out this little piece of dough. Use the palm of your hand, okay? You want this part here. So now start just with one hand and you roll as if you were using Play-Doh, okay?
The table has to be clean.
See, the table is
and
clean.
we don't use flour. I want to show you why. When you have to roll out pasta, you see the pasta is not sticky. So if you want to have to roll out flour, look at here. You see how nice?
Smoothly it goes.
It just smoothly goes around the table. If you put it on flour,
it's just going to slide.
it slides. It's not going to roll around itself. That's why we do not have flour when you roll it out, okay?
And that's why it's important to have a super clean surface. Now let's keep rolling. Let's keep rolling and rolling and rolling. Now you don't want to roll it out too thin, okay? So when you have a piece of dough that is sort of like your index finger, then you are set.
Okay.
Can I continue? Do I have to wait for you?
No, continue.
Now take your spatula and you're going to cut little pillows of dough. Okay, look. You see? Perfecto.
So we're going to show you three. Look at me, please. I need to look at you guys. We're going to be showing you how to make orecchiette in three different ways. The shape is always going to end up the same, but you can choose between your finger, the spatula, or the non-sharp knife, okay? So Benedetta is going to show you how to make each one.
Now I enjoy using my thumb, okay? This, I think it turns out very well. Now, the first ones might not turn out as you want, but be patient. Remember, making pasta, let me show you. Making pasta is patience because these are shapes that you have never done before, so do not get discouraged. Remember, you never quit, and so you just practice and practice until one time your perfect orecchiette is going to pop up and you're going to be so happy. So I'm going to show you how to do it slowly, and then remember, just practice and practice and practice, okay?
It's a learning process.
It's a learning process. So you put your dough down, and with energy, you put your thumb and you press it as if you wanted to like really press it. And as you press it, you push your thumb like that. And then you put it on your index finger and you flip it over. You see how it looks like a little ear? There. It's like a little hat. Brava. Perfect.
Grazie.
And then you set it aside. Let's try again. Look.
So what you're doing is you're pressing it down.
With all the strength that you have.
Down and away from you. Okay?
Like that, you see?
All the way. Then when you finish, look what happens. When you finish, you get this little thing. What you do now is you have to flip it the other way. And if you look at the orecchiette, look at this one. You see here, this side is going to be a little rough, you see?
And that's exactly what you want.
And that's exactly what you want. So it gets, all the sauces are going to get stuck to it.
So let me show you again. Look, this is also a little trick that you can do. Look, you press it away, again, with all the energy that you have. And then put your index finger like right below, and then you just flip it over like that, okay? If not, you can get confused as to which finger you have to use. Now, before you set it out, now this pasta dries out, so give it like the shape that you really want, okay? So there. Again, press hard. Press hard. You see how my thumb is turning all red? And then you flip it.
Now, let's see how you do it with this.
You do it.
Let me try to do it. You press it and you pull it, in this case, towards you, okay? Once you're done, you flip it like the other one. You see?
And this the same.
Let me do it again.
Okay.
So you press it, you get it from the beginning. You press it hard towards you. When you're done, you flip it. You see? You flip it. You can try all three and see which one.
Let me show them how to do it with a knife.
With a knife.
Look. Now, the knife, you want to put it a little bit slanted. And again, you put pressure. You turn, you go like this.
Towards you.
Towards you. And then you flip it. So it's the concept is always the same. I think that doing it with your finger is actually the best
So
way.
look at the difference. If you do it with your finger, you press it down and away from you, okay? And you flip it. This is probably like the best way to do it. If you're doing it with this or with a non-sharp knife, you have to press it. You have to press it and pull it towards you, so opposite direction. Yeah, I actually well, this one didn't turn out. You see, if it doesn't turn out, look what happens. If it doesn't turn out, nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
You just shape it again, and there you go, and you start again. But I would say my favorite
isn't it fun?
is your finger.
It's so much fun. And it's just so much fun. And so you do this. And
You
then
can also put a little bit of flour on your fingers or not.
No.
No?
I mean, you try, Vale. See what happens if you do.
Let me see. Okay. I like it more with just my fingers slightly floury because the end was sticking. So what you could do is just, you just do this.
Let me try.
As you make them,
if instead of using your index finger, you can also use your middle finger, which is also perfect. You see? There, look how beautiful they are.
now,
All right, let me finish doing this one. There.
as you make them, because these dry out quickly, you can either have like this little pasta dryer. It's a drying rack, and you can just place them on top like this to dry. If you don't, doesn't matter.
I want to say something after.
Sure. If you don't, it doesn't matter. You can put just a little bit of semolina flour on top so it doesn't stick to the table or to each other, and you leave it out. You can actually even dry these out.
I was going to say that's exactly what I wanted to say. Now, the really fun thing with doing this kind of pasta with this kind of dough is that it can dry out. So imagine making a whole batch of orecchiette pasta, and you just leave them to dry out until they're perfectly, completely dry. It might take a couple of days. And then you put them in an airtight jar, and you have the
Like
pasta.
this, how we keep our pasta.
Look, actually,
Oh,
look at that. We have orecchiette.
oh, that's right. I forgot we had orecchiette. You see?
And so you have them from whenever you're craving to have orecchiette.
Okay. Now I would say,
Yes, that it is your turn to make it.
wait! Sorry. I just wanted to say two things. Two things before you leave, okay? The first one is that all the content of this Advent calendar, we have put it together and so much more into an online course for kids. It is obviously called Little Hands Big Pasta. It is a unique kids-only pasta journey. You'll find downloadables, extra content, because we packed it with extra content and unpublished videos. And so if you want to purchase it, it's in the link below, and you can gift all the little chefs that you know.
Another thing that I would like to say,
Yes.
because people are loving our shirts, look at this. Now, ho fame in Italian means I am hungry. I mean, really, how cool is it to have
Yeah.
a shirt like this?
And so it's our customized.
It's our customized shirt. You can order it. You can gift it also. It is really cool. It comes in a whole bunch of colors and sizes. And we obviously added the link below so you can click and purchase it there too. I mean,
Okay,
really.
we're
That's
done.
it. We're done.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Cook, eat, drink, live italiano.